Hey guys, I'm going to review a video by Doucette. It's called What is Wrong with Her? It's about some girl who eats raw meat. That's all that I know.
I stick my straw into the yolk and I suck the life out of it. It's really fun. And then I went to church. Coach Greg, and boy do I have a good one for you today. I've discovered
I forgot how annoying his voice is. Ugh.
the liver queen. Her name's Farrell Frolic, and she reminds me of Jessica Cakes. Did a natty or not on her pass?
What the hell? That's a severe mental illness.
A very attractive woman, and listen to her voice. It's very soothing. It's kind of like the opposite of Coach Greg's voice. And so we're going to watch the video and comment on her diet.
It's funny that he says that about his voice.
Can't wait to see this. Please don't click off of this. You gotta watch this video. Trust me.
Do you suppress your urge to eat raw chicken due to social stigma?
And so, no, I don't suppress my urge to eat raw chicken. I much prefer it cooked. And you know why? Because I really dislike having salmonella poisoning.
Salmonella poisoning, yeah, he looks it up on his phone or whatever, just some mainstream article brainwash, and that's what he simply believes because this guy is a slave. Just in short, there's no such thing as salmonella poisoning. There's never been a case of that. When you get poisoned by toxic food, and most chicken nowadays is toxic, and I don't recommend eating raw chicken except if it's from a very good source. Then if you do a stool test, they will find a lot of salmonella, but the number only grew because they are fighting off the toxicity. It's similar to how we blame cholesterol nowadays because it's found in the arteries where it's trying to heal the arteries, seeing as cholesterol is an antioxidant. You cannot get salmonella poisoning seeing as bacteria is not poisonous, whereas there is toxic food out there and food poisoning literally comes from poisons.
Of which I once had. It is a nightmare. It is not worth the risk. Even if it's 0.01%, it's not worth doing. If you continue to do this, eventually, you're going to get salmonella poisoning, and you're going to say, I wish I'd listened to Coach Greg. And so no matter how much you like the texture, the taste of that raw...
Yeah, but clearly she eats the chicken because she doesn't get poisoning from it. She probably eats pretty good quality chicken. A chicken is just an animal. It's a bird. It's not as if a chicken naturally has toxins inside of the body, which is why she's not getting food poisoning. There's no poison in chicken unless it is heavily medicated, which most chicken is nowadays. And yes, if you buy normal supermarket chicken, especially the organs such as liver, it will probably taste bitter because the liver is toxic.
Raw meat in your mouth. It's not worth it.
She does look strange, I have to say. I have no idea who this is. Her lips look fake, obviously, and there's something else wrong there. It could also just be the large amount of makeup, but I feel like she's done something to her face.
Or is it? We're talking about raw chicken here. Get it out of your mouth. Raw meat in your mouth. Who would do that? Sickening.
Hi, feral friends. This is what I ate.
Yeah. That's not a normal face whatsoever, man. It's completely swollen. It doesn't look attractive in any way at all. Which makes me think that she's doing this to get attention, but I don't know.
Today.
And whenever I hear the word feral, I can't forget about that woman in the gym who thought that guy was a pervert. Oh, feral, feral, feral! He looked at me for a half a second, offered to help spot me. Oh, what a horrible human being. I think he shouldn't be allowed to procreate. This is why I don't want children. Remember that feral woman?
Feral, like fucking feral. And also what I wore, because as always, we are girl cutting polyester, and we are girl cutting tap water.
And what the heck is girl cutting? And I'm not even allowed to say it. She's girl cutting polyester. I'm going to look up this word right now and see if it actually exists, in the real world. Let's see. I just clued in. It means like boycotting, but for girls. Because we can't use words in the real world anymore. Everyone has to make life so difficult. I can't say boycotting. I have to say girl cutting because...
Oh, I never even thought about the word boycutting. Wow, that's some really weird feminist thing, I guess, that they came up with.
I'm a girl. What's next? You can't be called a woman. You have to be called a woo. Because you don't want to have man in the word. Oh, I'm not a woman. I'm a woo. I'm a woo cutting.
Okay, I do agree with him when it comes to this topic.
What's going on right now? Girl cutting. How many of you raised your hand, knew what that was right away? I looked it up, was researching, suddenly it came to me. Girl cutting, the opposite of boycotting. So what the heck's wrong with polyester and tap water? Well, depending on its purity, of course you can have tap water.
For breakfast, I had 6 raw eggs. Lately, I've been drinking them like this, where I stick my straw into the yolk and suck the life out of it.
And so for breakfast, this liver queen, she's having 6 raw whole eggs. And so that's 450 calories. Now remember, you can also get salmonella poisoning from eating raw eggs as well. It's on the
Yeah, right. It's just everywhere.
shell. And so please, if you are doing this, be sure to properly sanitize.
It's kind of funny that he says this because all of the old school bodybuilders used to drink raw eggs and even eat raw meat, but all of these new guys, they're just afraid of real natural food.
Then I had a photo shoot, and it was such a beautiful sunny day, I thought, let's have a picnic.
And then I had a photo shoot. It's so pretty outside, so let's have a picnic. And at the picnic, I had an apple, and I took off the peel because the peel has pesticides, but I ate raw leg. I'm more worried about the pesticides than getting salmonella poisoning.
Which you should be.
It's amazing!
Of raw chicken breast, Parmigiano Reggiano, and a peeled apple. I'm terrified of pesticides, so I have to peel them.
And you know, I'm terrified of pesticides. I got to peel them because pesticides surely gonna end me. But salmonella poisoning, I'm okay with that.
Then I drank my...
Yeah, but again, she's not getting any salmonella poisoning. How come you don't mention that? You can actually seriously destroy your gut microbiome by eating foods with pesticides because they act as antibiotics. Whereas the salmonella poisoning has never been proven. It's just a theory, after all. It's just a belief.
Pre-workout, just 2 raw eggs. And I headed to the gym.
And so for pre-workout, clearly she's using harder than last time pre-stim. Woman like this, you know she's trying to get amped for the gym. But no, she doesn't choose harder than last time pre-work. She doesn't even choose non-stim. Her pre-workout of choice, 2 whole eggs in which she sucks the life out of it from within the egg. Cut a little hole and suck it right out of there.
Put a workout in because I'm getting my lip filler dissolved and I can't work out after that.
And so at least she recognizes the lips are a little bit overdone. So she's so worried about pesticides, chemicals, and so on, yet she's injecting filler into her lips, and so much so she has to now dissolve it. But she's sure
Yes, and that is pretty funny.
to not miss her workout. She's getting it in earlier than last time.
Chewing gum is full of chemicals, so you can eat this instead. Raw chicken skin.
And so chewing gum is full of chemicals.
At least she eats animal fat, which most women are afraid of, and it's raw, which is really good.
So instead of that, let's chew on raw chicken skin.
It's good, man. You're just brainwashed, you don't get it.
Let that sink in for a little bit.
The most embarrassing thing of my entire life happened to me.
Okay, get this. This is the most embarrassing thing of her entire life. She probably had diarrhea on a date while French kissing her first boyfriend. Let out a ripper. Oh my goodness. That one, it squirted out into the pants a little bit. Thought I could hold it in. Sneeze. Oh, squirt out into the pants. It was so embarrassing. I was on a blind date. Never had any underwear. Went over to the car seat. And so what is her most embarrassing lifelong
I
moment?
never expected this to happen.
Oops. And so she dropped an egg on the floor. Could never set foot in the gym again. Obviously, she's mortified. Imagine, somebody may have seen her drop an egg on the floor. 1 egg. Most embarrassing lifetime moment. I don't know about you, but I can think of about 1,000 things I've done more embarrassing than this on any given day. I mean, really, dropping an egg is her most embarrassing moment? Not dropping a deuce, dropping an egg. Really? Does this woman never fart in her sleep? Does she not understand what something actually embarrassing really looks or sounds like?
Anyway, this is the lunch I packed for myself, and this is the outfit. I decided it was sunny enough to have a picnic.
Let us pray that she's wearing...
It's really weird. She's so fake, cares about clothes, does plastic surgery of some sort from what it seems like, but at the same time she eats raw animal foods. It really seems like it's done for attention.
Sunscreen. No one wants skin cancer, because my experience with women who talk and sound like this, because remember when Jessica Cakes went on that walk in the wilderness?
Wear like no clothes so you can get a nice suntan. Even if you're a guy.
I like to get a tan, but make sure you wear sunscreen, but I'm not wearing any sunscreen because I want to get a tan. Well, skin cancer, it's a real thing.
So for lunch,
Skin cancer is a real thing, which comes from sunscreen. Everything that you put on your skin goes inside of your skin, your body, even in your bloodstream. And of course, eventually you can get skin cancer from that. Sunscreen is insanely toxic and deadly if you drink it. If you don't want to drink it, then why would you put it on your skin, which goes inside of your body also? The sun is insanely healthy. Everybody should sunbathe as much as possible, depending on the skin color, of course. Some need it more, some need it less. Your skin simply gets more tan when you're exposed to the sun. That's a natural sunscreen anyway.
I ate Parmigiano Reggiano, a kiwi, 3 or 4 raw eggs that I sucked
And so more raw eggs yet again. This woman, she really likes her eggs. But notice, even though she's eating this raw meat, raw chicken, raw pork chops, whole eggs raw and so on, she still has fruit in her diet. And so she's not a complete moron. She recognizes the value of eating fiber, having macro.
She doesn't freaking eat it for fiber, obviously. It's completely natural for humans to eat fruit here and there depending on the climate and where you're from. But humans have always ate some kind of fruit. Of course, the fruit that she eats is man-made, but there's wild fruit also out there.
Micronutrients. And so she's not...
What micronutrients? You freaking moron, man, really. The micronutrients she's getting from the eggs and the meat. That's what has the most micronutrients. What is she getting from fruits? Fruits have vitamin C, which you can also get from animal foods. Of course, yes, fruits have more, but that's because you need vitamin C to metabolize sugar. It's normal for fruit to have sugar and vitamin C. It just goes hand in hand. That's why animal foods don't have a lot of vitamin C except for liver, spleen, and a few other organs, for most part. Blood also, obviously, because vitamin C circulates in the blood. The thing is that fruit doesn't have anything more, but he says that she eats it for the micronutrients, which is ridiculous.
In a carnivore diet. And so for me, if she would simply cook her meat, cook her eggs.
Why would she do that? Why would she destroy the micronutrients? That's stupid.
Be a lot healthier, a lot safer. And so
how would she be healthier if she would be getting less nutrients? Jesus, you're dumb.
to me, it's not that her diet is inherently bad. It's just the way she goes about.
Her diet is freaking awesome. If all women on earth would eat like this, they would be so incredibly healthy. You wouldn't have all of these mental issues. It would just be such a pleasure to be around women.
Preparing it. You know, like heating up your meat so you don't get salmonella poisoning or food poisoning. You know, basics like...
How do you get food poisoning if you eat raw, healthy animal foods? It doesn't make any sense. You could actually get food poisoning if you eat cooked animal foods which have carcinogens, which are poisons.
Like that. And she sure does love the Parmigiano Reggiano. I can't even say it. It's cheese. So she's eating from all four food groups. Gotta like that. And so, as crazy as it may sound to eat like this, even her, she's not blending up her chicken.
I blend chicken twice a day to be an open pro bodybuilder. Bruh.
I'm still mastering the art of drinking raw eggs, but they are so addictive. You must try it.
And so, I don't know if she suffered from addiction or knows what an addiction is, but having to suck out your eggs from a shell, it's not addictive in the slightest. Please, no one ever give her a line of creatine, because if she's addicted to this, imagine what would happen if she actually did something that's addictive. Like cigarette smoking, lines of creatine, you know, addictive things.
I just love that the yolk is saved at the end.
She probably just means that it's healthy, it feels healthy for the body, so she wants to eat them all of the time.
And you can take a shot of it.
Was it that funny? I didn't get it. You can have a shot of the yolk at the bottom. Perfectly reasonable. It's like, when you save your Smarties, do you eat the red ones last?
Do you suck them very slowly?
And she drinks it like a shot. You know, yolk shot is so addictive. How is the world not doing this? Because most of us, you suppress your urge to eat raw meat, you know. Why are you suppressing it?
So, bottoms up.
I mean, there's no way you can be more stereotypically the dumb blonde than this. And so, is she doing this on purpose? Does she even realize it? I don't know. But
she does act a little bit dumb, but she eats better than 99% of women on Earth.
At the end, it's just too much. But I do find it hilarious.
Then I tried to continue enjoying my picnic, but I got really paranoid when I saw the chemtrails, so...
I actually also noticed them.
And so unfortunately, during this gorgeous, beautiful sunny day, where you're getting sun rays that can cause skin cancer, sunburns, and so on. And so there you have it, the raw meat diet. Remember, eating raw meat, it's actually dangerous. You can get salmonella poisoning, food poisoning, and so it's not worth the...
Yeah, it could potentially be dangerous if you would eat typical factory farmed animals.
Risk. We're not dogs. We're not meant to eat raw meat. And so just because...
How are we not? Every human in nature eats raw meat. And he says we are not dogs, but our intestinal length is actually shorter than that of a dog.
And if you're trying to lose weight, consider getting my freaking cookbook. Low-calorie, delicious recipes for the big eater. Lots of protein. They're made...
The big eater, says the 5'6" guy.
Lowering calories so you can eat a ton of it. All your favorite meals.
I get that this guy's channel is a joke and you shouldn't take him too seriously, but still, he obviously really means it when he says that eating raw meat is generally dangerous. And as I said, yes, eating it from factory farmed animals, heavily medicated animals, which are actually toxic, is dangerous. You are risking food poisoning because you can literally get poisoned by the poisons. But to say that it's generally dangerous to eat raw meat and that we are not like dogs, even though all humans in nature eat raw meat, doesn't make any sense at all. An animal is simply made out of what we are made out of. Do we have poisons inside of us? Well, some people probably do. But in general, are there poisons flowing through our bodies naturally if we eat natural healthy food? Of course not, which means that animals are the same. You can literally just bite into an animal, bite into the flesh, and eat it without a problem. There's no poisons. You are not risking food poisoning at all. It's just common sense. Thanks for watching.